I have a public service announcement. You do realize that you can support your candidate without trying to diminish, marginalize, or dismiss critiques about your candidate's record, in particular as it comes to racism or even sexism or homophobia or whatever kind of whatever. Just because something might not be a big deal to you doesn't mean it's not a big deal to other people. And just because it's a big deal to other people, it doesn't mean that it is an indictment on your character. And it doesn't even mean that that person should be disqualified from running or being president or whatever the fuck. But we are still allowed to have honest conversations. And it's actually very detrimental when you try to squash these conversations or when you try to marginalize people's opinions. It doesn't foster unity. What it fosters is resentment, because it's unfair to try to subjugate these discussions for the greater good. Well, how the fuck is it the greater good if a person is not being held accountable for their racism or for their actions? And accountability can simply being a change in mentality and evolving of your understanding of things and actually seeking to help other people evolve as well. That's the thing. So let's try to have an honest conversation here, because it's not tenable to ignore racism for the next however many months, 11 months. That's not a tenable position. And if you're threatened, or if you feel like your candidate is threatened by these discussions, well, you got a whole nother goddamn thing coming for your ass in the general election. And let me be clear, I will continue to speak truth on anything that I observe. If your candidate is saying some problematic ass shit, I will call it out if I so choose. And if you really want to do what's best for your candidate, I'd advise you to stay the fuck out of my comments telling me how I shouldn't be talking about it. Because I can almost guarantee you that whatever I say will be a charitable opening salvo. But if you push me and you force me to really pull out my receipts, it's not going to end well for your candidate. Because the exact opposite of what you're trying to do, which is quash the conversation, is going to happen. So let's have these accountable conversations and let's move the hell on.